a wonderful adventuring party of strange familiars that are apparently in charge of Barovia at this moment. Previous in the episode, we met Dottie the Dandelion. And Dottie the Dandelion, after hearing Tommy the Toad, I can't believe I'm saying any of this, Tommy the Toad, the Crawling Claw, the once right-hand man, you might say, of Strahd, or literally, what was responsible and in cahoots with the God Brain from Bloodspur, one of the other domains in Ravenloft. Yep, that's a real word too. Yeah, you thought the weirdest part about that was what I was saying. It wasn't. It was the name. Thank the Germans. So yeah, Bloodspur, the domain's elder God Brain, was in cahoots with Strahd and trying to find a way to leave Ravenloft itself, to sever itself from Ravenloft, and to also replace as many familiars as possible, trying to gain access to all the wizards and warlocks beyond the Dread Domain. You managed to kill Tommy the Toad, the Claw, after a lot back and forth, a lot of debate, a lot of conversation, a lot of diplomacy. Some of it went right, some of it went wrong. And it ultimately ended with the death of Strahd's hand under the light of Moonbeam, causing the Claw, the last remnant of Strahd, to revert to its original form, which in this show was a human. Just a single dead human hand. And you heard a message that the God Brain was coming and sending all of its cranium rats. Meanwhile, while this is happening, a single moment of light kind of appeared around where the hand of Strahd finally died, causing the room to glow and feel like it was separated from the Shadowfell. A series of clone vampires, gnomish ones, all started coming out of the darkness around the town of Barovia, looking hungry and ready to feast. And that is where we find our group of adventurers at this moment. Where are you in Castle Ravenloft? You've had a few minutes. Are you okay, Eugenio?
Just moving your mouth and
Everything
it's coming
is
out.
so bad.
I think if Squiddle had a moment, and I'm not sure if she did, but I think she would have wanted to repaint that portrait of Pest.
Speed painting.
Blood. Just speed painting.
Yes.
Wait, with blood? Whose blood?
Most artistic representations of Pest are probably best done quickly anyway.
Here's the funny thing, that painting never existed.
Left over.
So are you painting a painting from your nightmare of Pest? Is the dream coming true?
Now don't make it
put
sound
it that way.
Yeah.
Well, I thought it was a real painting, but if it was part of a nightmare, then
yeah,
well,
because
because
that's the strangest thing we've done on this show is make a nightmare come true.
Yeah.
I would like to say that if Squiddle starts taking out the art project stuff and then is like, wait, maybe I shouldn't do this, then Meagan kind of comes in, like grabs like a crayon, and instead of drawing that, I draw all of us, but they're just like, it's like a little circle and a smiley face, and we're all just having a good time, and that's what I draw.
I want joint sleight of hand checks from everyone who's painting.
Oh, okay. Are we all helping?
I'm so excited.
Dottie, what are you doing? Wow, Meagan.
yeah.
Oh, well, all right.
Well,
it's decent. You've captured Pest's likeness. He is just a green cylinder, so
drop some.
You noticed
black
Pest.
Drop some black. You're fine.
Pest, you're going to notice. Like that's not how many thorns or eyes I have. What? Do we all look the same?
No, Mugen has two heads. The one there's definitely two. That's it though.
So yeah, you finished the painting and it's okay. It's good for hotel art.
Oh.
I'm sorry, hotel artists everywhere.
I'm sorry that I couldn't do it better justice.
No,
I think it looks great.
Oh, thanks.
It's in fact much better than the original.
Did you paint it in blood or just painting? Just paint supplies.
I said what I said.
Okay. What is Dottie doing at this moment?
Oh, you're muted, my dear.
Well, she's apparently been someone's cast silence on Dottie.
Sorry. Well, that was weird. Was it actually painted in blood?
Well, to be fair,
Has
I made
left
the
her
joke,
Speechless.
but I didn't do any of the painting, so I don't know.
Pest's portrait was definitely painted in blood.
Okay. Well, then Dottie is eyeing the door at this point.
Where did you get the blood from?
I had blood snacks. I had
What?
blood snacks on. I had blood snacks
Oh,
on.
okay,
Oh,
yeah.
right.
Well, I just was checking if there had been a murder.
You know.
Just opened up a gusher. And
Yeah.
God.
Or I had some leftover boba brains.
Oh my god, my next vampire character is going to refer to everyone as a gusher.
Yes.
Snap 'em.
Yes.
I like it.
Yeah. So Dottie, other than you, so you're eyeing the door as they're painting gleefully a portrait of Pest in blood over the fireplace. I'd like to think that you're not even trying to paint it like on the floor in a rational way. That the painting is hung over the fireplace. You are all trying to
Tower
How do
of
they paint these
familiars.
things so high
yeah.
Well, because Squidle can levitate, so.
Yeah, well, then you're fine. Mugen, I don't know how Mugen's doing such a great job.
did you forget about my broom already? Todd.
That's valid. That's valid.
It's the fifth best character,
no.
sixth best character on the show. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Yeah,
I
I
think
know,
we should
right?
add the animated broom as one of the familiars to Idle Champions. Just a crazy good idea out there right now.
Good.
Yeah.
I assume that are we taking like a short rest?
You can totally get a short rest. I mean, the time it takes to paint a painting in blood alone.
God, that's a sentence.
Well, then Dottie's just gonna sit down and like in the corner and like start playing her flute. And she's just like kind of humming to herself, and she will cast Song of Rest for everyone.
Oh, give me a performance check.
All right, +9. That is a 27.
Okay, 1.
What? That's so good.
Yeah, it's very eerie. The music kind of fills. What kind of tune is it?
It's actually gonna be kind of like picture like will-o-wisps in the form of music.
Oh.
Yeah.
I get it. I do. I hear it. It's nonsense, but I hear it.
It's eerie as it echoes throughout the halls of Castle Ravenloft. And you feel rested. You feel safe, and maybe for the first time you feel like you're home. As much as so many horrible, terrible things had happened in this place, it feels like it's yours now. And you get a full rest.
Dottie, there's no good way to explain anything that we've experienced in the last, well, it's either week or 100 years, but they're a good sort, and, in the way of this place, I think we're very happy to have you.
Well, shucks, yeah. I think I'm really happy being here too. I mean, for one, I don't know how I got here, but it's also kind of creepy, and I don't know where I am, so at least having you guys around makes it a little better.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. I don't actually know that we've managed to make much of anything better yet, but we're working on it, and you know, maybe with you around, that's just the push we need.
Well, yeah, and it seems like everything's fine now, right?
Down the hallway, around the corner, in a room, there are about 12 Elmirage. Their faces covered in blood that they've put on their faces with their tiny little paws, and they are all chanting all at once in deep speech around some kind of effigy that is like a giant El Mirage, like a giant bunny with a horn, but tentacles writhing out of it that they have kind of made out of wicker, and there's wires from the cloning vats and everything else, and they're all just kind of praying to that. So everything is fine.
Yeah, I mean, fine's a relative term, but I think so. All right, well.
All right, so like, there's a bunch of rats headed this way, right?
There's a bunch of rats headed this way, a bunch of vampiric clones of you headed into the town, and well, there's somewhere those Almirage are somewhere doing the abyss knows what. Where do we start?
Well, I kind of feel a little bit responsible for releasing all the clones out of their capsules and then somehow they got loose and are in the town now. So I feel like maybe we should take care of that, because that's one thing that we definitely did. The other stuff, I don't feel like we were responsible for directly.
Nah, that wasn't totally on you, Mugen, because I wanted to show you one of them, and things happen.
Yeah, but if I hadn't helped, I wouldn't. Only one of them would have escaped, not the whole room full of them. I think.
I honestly thought that they were going to be our friends.
Yeah,
I didn't know that they were going to turn against us.
I didn't see any warning signs. I thought they were pretty friendly. I was waving to them and everything. So should we go into town? What do we all think?
Well, let's take a look outside the moat and see if there's any rats on the drawbridge. Maybe we can knock some of them off into the water.
And then what? I mean, now we seem to know that there's some god brain and Strahd who may or may not still be somewhere out there. Did you cut off a toe, perhaps? Somewhere hiding?
Nope, just a hand.
Well, that's good at least.
I don't know. I feel like we're gonna take care of the rats. We're gonna take care of the whittle clones, and then we're just gonna find something else that's catastrophically wrong. So, I guess I'll just start with the rats.
That's admirable.
I mean, we're trapped here, right?
Yes, apparently. Yes, and thank you for
we
that.
don't have any choice.
You have a broom of flying, so I don't know that you're trapped.
That's true. Well, that's a fair point.
By trapped here, I mean Ravenloft.
Right, yeah. Yeah, at least for now, one problem at a time is a successful strategy in my experience.
So what is everyone doing? Are you preparing for the rats? Are you going to track down the vampire clones?
I think it sounds like we want to head out to like the ramparts and see if we can spot the oncoming horde of cranium rats.
Okay, everyone who goes up onto the ramparts, you see a frozen Whittle staring out into the distance. The Lord of Barovia, just frozen, holding her gun and her red cape flapping.
Oh.
Frozen exactly like she was before, unmoving, unrelenting. That. No attempts. Just, you walk by and no, it does not acknowledge. So like Whittle is in a catatonic state. And you see in the distance movement through the group. I need a perception check first of all. Some of you are very good at this.
Have a -1. I rolled a 4.
My favorite song.
I got an 18.
Wow.
Nice. Very nice.
I got a 10.
Very bad.
Wow.
Wow.
I got a 14.
15.
Okay, for everyone 14 and above, especially you, Eugenio, you see with your keen pest eyes.
All of them.
Heat vision.
Yeah.
Like all of it.
How many eyes does Pest have?
Well, yeah, exactly right. Supposed to have 32. A couple of them are a little dodgy.
Okay.
I
Like
gotta get a
split
prescription.
down each
Just
side.
monocles all the way down.
There are 4 rows of 8 around me.
Yeah, you see the scurrying in the distance in the grass. near some of the hills of Castle Ravenloft, quite a ways off. And your eyes are unusually good right now with a roll like that. And you see them also heading into town.
So, well, I think holding up here perhaps is not it. It'll be a while before they get here, but they're also definitely joining the Whittle Clone fun in the town, in Barovia.
Yeah, Barovia is definitely on the way to Castle Ravenloft. So if someone's heading to Castle Ravenloft, they're probably heading through town.
Well, if you don't mind, I'm just gonna give myself a little snack. Can I try to grapple? Am I close enough to one of the cranium rats?
No, they're not that close. They're way.
Yeah, they're still on the
way
other side of
distance.
Barovia, on the town
Yeah.
of Barovia. It sounds like. So we could.
So no, you cannot reach 5 miles. Yeah.
I did it.
I did it.
I got you.
Tentacles are long, but not that long.
Gross. So should we make a stand in town? Thoughts?
Yeah. Do you feel ready?
Absolutely not. We haven't since we started. Why start now?
Yeah, that's fair.
Is there any kind of plan we could make? Because there's a whole bunch of them, and there's only 5 of us and the broom, so 6. But is there anything we can do to maybe stop the rats from coming before they get here, or prepare something? I don't have any magic, so all I can do is bite things. So I'm not sure what we can do.
I mean, if we could lure them over here, I can definitely set them all on fire. I mean, except for one that I'm going to eat, but I can set most of them on fire.
Should we dig a big hole for them to fall into?
That's a great idea. Let's dig a
I only
hole.
have dog related ideas. If anyone else has
Yeah, I like it. Yeah,
Here.
yes, we can begin to construct a sort of bottleneck and funnel them into a big hole.
Yeah, and I can play my music and lead them, and they'll just kind of follow the music right into the hole.
Well, we got a Pied Piper. We got the best person for the digging of the whole job. I think we got a pretty concrete plan here.
That makes me incredibly nervous, if I'm honest. Onward!
Okay, can someone tell me where to dig the hole? Because I'll just dig it anywhere if it's just me. I can't perceive where the best place to do anything is, apparently.
What do the grounds look like before the castle?
Well, do we want it between the town and the castle, or between the rats and the town of Barovia, right? Because we could do it there, right? They haven't reached the town yet, you said, right, Todd?
Yeah.
I think that's a yes.
Yeah, that's a yes. Yeah, I was thinking we'd try to get them before they get to Barovia. That way they don't go all the way to the castle. I mean, that's just a thought.
If we
Yeah,
get
we
down
don't want
there
them
fast
teaming up.
enough. Yeah. Oh God, can you imagine?
You do
Is
already
there-
have that whole moat thing around the castle, so I think the castle's doing okay.
Yeah.
There's like a mausoleum before downtown Barovia, or the village of Barovia.
The nightlife is stellar.
What is the red light district of Barovia?
Life. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, I will say that there is a mausoleum randomly on the way into Barovia.
I can't even.
Hey,
Well,
I can't.
I was thinking, if there's a mausoleum on our way to Barovia, then we can dig up the whatever's in there. So maybe the rats fall in and set them on fire.
Yeah.
Oh.
okay.
So, I want specifics on where that you want this thing to be. The mausoleum. You're wondering if there's a mausoleum between Castle Ravenloft and Barovia, or between the rats and Barovia?
Between the rats and Barovia, because I remember from, correct me if I'm wrong, Heroes of the Plains, there was a mausoleum before Barovia, where we encountered Nigel.
Oh, I did do that.
Remember?
Oh, wow. Yes, there is.
Wow.
There's a very specific mausoleum and / funeral home.
Oh, I am sorry to those folks, but all right.
Yeah. So there is one right before the village of Barovia.
I suppose we should go there.
Okay. I call the broom over. I'm like, let's just do this the fast way. I feel like if we walk, we might something bad might happen to us.
Forever.
And we're all very
Like you.
small.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
call
I'll
your
just hold
broom.
on to the broom since
Okay.
Squirtle can levitate.
Great.
And describe the broom again.
So good.
Oh, I had to run to my kitchen and grab one, but it's very specifically like an Asian broom. It's real skinny on top, and the end is very big and angular and like very soft and feathery. So I bet like even Gail could probably like, get into the rushes and just like sit. There's also a rope attaching a big chest to the bottom so that all the kind of smaller creatures can jump in and ride in there together if they want.
Perfect. You shoot off. A storm is happening. It's not raining yet, but every once in a while there is a crack of lightning and thunder as you fly out of Castle Ravenloft. And you pass with your keen eyes, you think for a moment you see Whittle's eyes blink as you leave.
Oh.
And you take off for Barovia, for the mausoleum.
This is fine.
Hey, Squiddle, is there a reason Whittle's like that? Do we know why?
I don't really know. You know, she's kind of weird sometimes, but usually she has a lot more to say than that. I think after we take care of the clone and the rat problem, I'm gonna come back here and, you know, see what's going on with that.
Yeah. Oh.
She moved? She blinked. Okay. So I really hope by summoning undead I didn't do something irreversible.
Do you think she was blinking because we're leaving? Like she was waiting for us to leave to start moving and doing stuff?
Oh.
If we come back and she moved, then we'll know it's true.
We might come back to something worse.
I mean, it could have been a cry for help.
That's true too.
Blink once for, whatever.
How many times did she blink, Pest? Okay.
What was like the level of sadness in her eyes? Like on a scale of 1 to 10?
Yes, tell us, Pest.
Sure.
Well, did she still look like her? Or did she look like she was frozen? Like... We'll check on her when we get back.
You continue flying after my very painful allergy attack.
There's a lot of dust in Ravenloft.
So many allergens. So you keep flying. Give me a stealth check. If you are trying, are you trying to stealthily fly throughout the air?
Oh, sure. I can suggest it to the broom that does not have stats. Yes.
I'm always trying to be stealthy.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Maybe we're all ducking down.
Who wants to do the stealth check?
Oh boy.
I definitely do.
Please.
I don't.
Yeah, no, not
I have a really good bonus for stealth, so
great.
if I roll low, it'll be really embarrassing that I immediately was like, me. But that's a 24.
Wow. Yeah, you are just sailing along, just ducking in between the clouds, popping through areas of mist, and you get to the village of Barovia. And you see these little warm pockets of light where windows are open or barred. A lot of shutters are closed, but you still see kind of that warm glow. And you miss life. Not that you aren't yourselves unliving, but you spend so much of your lives attached to a wizard or a warlock or whatnot. You kind of miss the din, the whir and rush of humanity. So far, everything seems to be okay. You're in the center of town. Are you moving on?
Yeah, we should move to the mausoleum, right? And then make the hole and catch the rats.
Okay. You fly onto the mausoleum. You find a very strange state of affairs. You find this very large kind of like marble funeral home that has lots of rundown trebuchets and catapults and ballista that are all trained at Castle Ravenloft. They're long rotten away. There's plenty of graves everywhere as well. And there's a couple of kegs of alchemist fire still left in the mausoleum itself.
Careful with that.
I tell the broom to land. What did something happen here a long time ago?
Oh yeah, something great happened here a long time ago. So all these trebuchets and alchemist fire, that's what Whittle used on the siege of Castle Ravenloft.
Oh.
And that's why Castle Ravenloft needed renovations.
Oh.
So, because there's still some alchemist fire left here, maybe we could use that to our advantage.
Oh, against the rats. I'm glad we got here before the rats did, because then they could have used it. I don't know.
Do rats have thumbs?
I don't know what kind of rats these are. Are they like humanoid rats? The regular rats?
Or the
Yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly.
exactly.
right here, standing right here.
Squidtle looks at Gale.
Gale
Do rats
looks
have
down at
thumbs?
his own paws to check. He was not sure until Squirrel mentioned it, if he has thumbs or not.
Oh my god. Gale, I never thought to ask you about this. How do you feel about us attacking a bunch of cranium rats? Because you're a rat, but you're a good one.
Yeah, thank you so much for asking. I don't feel great about it.
Does it help at all that their brains are exposed?
Well, but see, that sounds like more of a problem to me because that sounds like they need help. Are they? How do we tell if they're like evil rats? How do we really know what they're up to? How do we know they're not a bunch of teeny tiny little Gales coming to help?
Oh, that's a good point. Should maybe one of us go talk to them, or all of us go talk to them first? Maybe there's a backup plan where we don't trap them.
Maybe we trap them, but we don't immediately viciously burn them alive until we've like had a little sit down and kind of just called into the trap to see if they're good or not. Does that sound like a good compromise?
Yeah, so you want to just trap them and have a little conversation about whether or not they're evil.
Yeah, and then if they are evil, you do what you gotta do. But if they're not, then we have a whole army of rats at our disposal to help us with the next, earth-shattering, world-destroying thing that we get sucked into.
It shouldn't be long.
Yeah, should be a couple of minutes after this. Hey, Dottie, what you think about this?
I mean, I made my bed. Now I need to lay in it.
That's good.
But don't lay in any of these beds.
I hope you're like saying this with your fists on your hips in front of a grave. In front of an open grave.
Jeez.
Tell me about this hole that everyone's very keen on creating.
So I imagine around the mausoleum there's a bunch of graves in the ground, right?
Yeah. That's how they do.
I was thinking we could, dig them up and use the existing hole there.
All right. So, typically a mausoleum has bodies above ground. This is more of a funeral home kind of to Barovia. It's got a mausoleum, but there are lots of graves. However, if you start digging in between the graves, you can create a very big hole. If that's your plan. How are we digging, though?
Mugen.
It's just Mugen.
Do you want to make the biggest hole you've ever made in your life?
Yes, please. I would also like to point out, I think I'm the biggest creature here, right? Or I don't know how big Squidtle is. Is Squidtle the size of a humanoid?
Small, tiny.
You're tiny. Okay,
yeah,
so
probably smaller than Mugen.
If any, I just start digging. Okay, dig right here. Just point.
Right there, and right there, and right there, and
yep.
In between all the graves.
All right. So it's going to take a while for the cranium rats to get here. As
Good.
you are not digging, all of you, and Mugen is. Mugen, it's like connect the dots. You know how like, how do I express it? Like, you know, you used to tear paper out of a binder, right? And you're just like all the dots. You're like connecting grave dots right now. So you are just going from old gravesite to old gravesite, digging holes in between them, and leaving behind like, you know, a lot of skeletons.
Well,
Interesting you mentioned that. If there are any skeletons that have, you know, let's say 3 out of 4 limbs by the time Mugen's done with them,
yes,
I might, you know, have them help.
how? Okay, walk me through what's about to happen.
So,
No.
I'm a spore druid, and I can cast Animate Dead and animate the skeletons with the fungi and other sporing entities around the mausoleum and graveyard. So I make a bunch of skeleton moss things to help dig as Mugen uncovers bodies.
How many
What a great question that I should know the
Skeletons.
answer to.
do you make?
Yeah. Oh. It seems that it seems to be 1.
One for Animate Dead?
So it would seem.
wow.
I don't think that's true.
Is it not? Your spell imbues it. Choose a pile of bones or a corpse of a medium creature. Your spell imbues it, raising it as an undead creature. The creature's under control for 24 hours. When you use this spell, casting a fourth lava, you animate. Yeah, I have to use higher spell slots to make more than 1 for Animate Dead. Summon Undead, different probably, but it looks like
Yeah, you
Animate
only get
Dead
one
is
with
just
Summon
one
Undead.
one at a time. Unless I'm reading it wrong. Please, by all means, give me more. But
No. I think you're right.
well, I think this is fun anyway, so I'm going to do it just the same.
So you resurrect 1.
I do? Well, resurrect is a strong word, but yes.
So you've got 1 skeleton now helping Mugen. Mugen, do you have like an impulse control problem at all with a Mugen bone?
I feel like yes, like it's sort of like I'm not supposed to eat that one. Okay, I'll find another one later. Okay. And every once in a while I'll find like a different skeleton and I'll just pick my favorite bone and put it into a separate pile and then I'll keep going.
And
So
this
slowly,
one,
there's
this
like a
one
little-
looks like it almost like died on its wedding day. It has a top hat still on, a rotted top hat, and just weirdly pointy beard.
Yes.
And just digging around with Mugen very slowly. Like Mugen's very enthusiastic, and this one's just like, and it kind of like looks over at you and just grins a few times. Like
Okay.
Okay.
it's just kind of the circle of undeath, you know, just digging up other dead. You're undead digging up other dead, and it's just doing it. You don't see a light of recognition in its eyes, but something about it seems kind of self-aware about this moment. This is one of the creepiest things you've seen in Ravenloft.
Congrats. Welcome.
Gail? Hey, Gail? Are we the bad guys?
Well, that's what I was trying to find out, because if the rats are good guys and we just recruit them to join us to fight against bad guys, then no, then we're just we're putting more good out into the world because we're helping them do good. But if they're bad and we do something bad to them, then we're still kind of doing good in terms of like a net positive for the world, because they would do a lot more bad than we would. But if they're good and we do something bad to them, then yes, we would be the bad guys, but we're not gonna do that. So situationally, I'm gonna say no, we're not the bad guys.
All right, yeah. All right.
That makes sense, right?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
Great, thanks.
Okay.
Appreciate it.
Good chat. Good
Yeah,
chat.
great
Got
job.
it.
And Gail's gonna just kind of like scurry away.
Just stunning.
Squiddle,
Yeah.
what are you doing?
I think while they're having this conversation, I'm gonna summon undead on one of the skeletons in the grave to help out the animated undead that
What
Pest
do you
just
summon?
did. I'm gonna look for the biggest skeleton.
The
that we find.
biggest.
The biggest skeleton.
Oh no. Okay.
You
Because
find
they
a
can move
Goliath
faster, right?
skeleton. Yeah.
Please tell me it's gonna be like the Home Depot 12-foot skeleton.
Yes.
Yeah. So you found they had to kill a giant long time ago. They still gave it a proper burial. That was Jib. That was Jib. Jib did a lot of good work on the farm.
Jib.
But
Hold on, Jib and not Paul Bonian. We're not doing that.
Get out.
I
Everyone
gave you
take 1d4
I gave you
psychic
Tweenie
damage.
Sod. I'm not giving you this.
Yep, that's fair. Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Jib did a great job on the farm, and he lived all the way till 18. But then
The ripe age of 18.
ripe old age of 18 in Barovia, and like many old men, just succumbed to just murder from something. So, but now Jib's working a new farm, a grave farm, a bone farm. So he starts digging alongside, and you do have like a little bit of performance issue here. Like Eugenio, I mean, Pest. How does Pest feel about how much smaller your skeleton is compared to Squiddle's?
Do you know, the thing is it's about like the fine-tuned motor control of the small, deeply undexterous skeleton that I have risen.
Yeah,
it's
Jib looks
about
over at you.
efficiency,
And yours like just kind of tips the top hat.
It strokes the goatee and then goes back to it.
Yeah, I
Is it
think
kind of
while,
like good?
I was gonna say, I think while Pest is saying that, Jib probably like shovels out a big thing of dirt and like throws it right in Squiddle's face.
I think Pest might be on top of the mound of dirt that has been shoveled and thrown and goes sailing through the air to land near Squiddle. Well, he certainly is big.
Yeah, Jib also
Squiddle's
has to
gonna catch
occasionally
Pest.
lift up his pants. Just have instinct. He doesn't need the pants, but it's just kind of instinct.
Maybe I should have chosen one that had better motor skills. It's okay, Jib. You're doing a great job.
Yeah, it's a meandering hole. Holes all over the place. Yeah, but yeah, you have you've gotten yourself quite the large hole of dead bodies
Huzzah.
around it. Some places are shallow, some places are deep. Everyone's trying to work together at their best.
All right, great job, everyone. We have a few large holes and a few meandering ones.
Jib pats Pest's skeleton on the back.
Jaw flies off.
Dies, resurrects.
Yeah, right. Now I've got to cast it again.
You do notice a number of ravens flying overhead.
All right.
Oh, you know what that means?
No.
Dinner time's
Oh.
coming.
Ugh. Well, do we have time to grab the alchemist fire and preload a bit? I don't think we really got that deep into the plan.
How do you want to go about doing this, Gail?
Well, I'm just curious how we're gonna trap them when I feel like you can see the hole coming from like pretty far away. How are we gonna get them to go into it?
I didn't really think about that. Jib, quick, get some leaves. Everyone, get some leaves. Cover up the holes.
Oh, walks over to a tree and uproots it.
Just the leaves.
Walks over with a tree.
Just shake it on top.
Leaf.
Make him
Good
shake
job.
it like a salt shaker, and then yeah.
Just like the song. That old Barovian classic.
Shake it like a salt shaker.
So
Shake it like a garlic mincer.
I don't know what the best way is to keep them trapped in there long enough to figure out if they're good or bad. But I can make someone invisible. I don't think I've ever told anyone here that before, but I can do that. And so if we wanted somebody like poised and ready to go to like bop them, I can make that person and anything they're holding invisible, and then they won't know that we have someone in place ready to do that. So like I could stand next to them and try and parlay with the rats and the person next to me would be ready to attack, if that's helpful.
I had no idea you could do that.
Yes, kind of cool.
You think? What do you think? I mean, Jib is the biggest. And, like, I don't want to hurt the rats. Maybe we use pests. Animated dead. With the motor skills.
Well, don't forget that Dottie said that that she can make the rats go in the hole even if they see it, because with music, right?
I mean, that's the dream, but you know, I've
Oh,
never
just in
done it
case.
before.
With your music.
I just like to believe in myself. I believe I could do it, but you know, first time's for everything.
All right, that's plan A.
Yeah.
And then plan B is what's your skeleton's name, Pest? I don't think we were properly introduced. You might have been silenced.
No, I was just trying to come up with a name. His name is Kevin.
Oh.
Hi, Kevin.
Hi, Kevin.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you, Kevin.
Yeah, I mean,
He looks like a Kevin.
He
I
does,
mean,
doesn't
it
he?
was hard to tell without the nose, but now it kind of lines up.
I hate it. It's so bad. Yeah, I mean, certainly, all, you know, command away, and don't tell him this, but there's plenty more where he came from, you know. I don't know if that's Jim or Kevin that's upset about it, but anyway.
In a very Bridgerton-like way, Kevin is very upset.
Yeah, that works. Uh-oh.
Are we ready? What should the rest of us do if Dottie's gonna be playing the music to draw them in? How should we help?
I mean, you guys could like herd, right? I mean, just in case. Is that something
absolutely.
that sounds right? I mean, yes, Mugen's on board.
Oh,
I mean, Mugen, you might be part sheepdog, right?
Unclear. It was not decided. But all dogs have a sense of keeping everyone together.
Oh,
I'm just gonna leave some boba brains next to or in the holes to attract the cranium rats.
For those of whom that don't know what boba brains are, like, what are these brains? Where have you gotten these brains?
Oh, it's like boba, but tiny brains.
And where did you find these tiny brains?
We got the brains from Sweeney Todd, the barber.
Sod.
Sweeney Todd?
Yeah.
What did I say?
Sweeney Todd.
I actually thought I said it backwards. Sweeney Todd. For legal purposes, I didn't.
Yeah, exactly.
While
The last white tentacle is now complete.
Oh boy.
Yeah, he had a bunch of beholders captured.
No, he had severed. He had death heads. He had severed heads.
Death
He wasn't a beholder
That's what
wrangler.
it was. That's right. That's right.
Right. Totally makes sense. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's where I got them from.
I do like the idea of a beholder cowboy now.
So if Dottie's plan doesn't work, then the rest of us just start pushing rats into the hole, and then maybe Squid will set it on fire, and then that's the end of that. If they're not good, if they're evil.
Okay.
After Gale talks.
So you are layering brains. What brains you've been keeping on you from Tweenie Sods, the barber who had to sever people's heads because it was easier to cut their hair that way. And you're littering these brains around the gravesite that has just been dug by a giant skeleton named Jib, and also Kevin, also a skeleton. And Mugen. Mugen's doing yeah. Sorry, Mugen. I see you.
I did something today.
Mugen's doing the heavy lifting here.
Mugen's digging around. I feel like the broom is probably keeping the hole nice and clean. So
Phrasing.
damn it.
The meandering hole.
So, what's the plan? Where's the alchemist fire?
In the
Is it
mausoleum.
already in the hole?
I think.
No, I think. Well, I think Squiddle is gonna hang on to some of it
Okay.
and pass some out to everyone else.
That was my thought too.
Okay, but we won't throw it in unless we know they're bad.
Perfect. All right. So now I've heard word of shepherding cranium rats. Is that happening?
Only if Dottie's music doesn't work.
Perfect. Dottie, well, you're up. What are you doing? You in past your eyes, you see like the rustling and you see the rats getting closer and closer, and there are a lot of rats.
So, absolutely thrilled about this plan. We should definitely make a determination about their intentions quickly, because there's a lot of them.
Gail's gonna put a paw on Dottie, and say, Dottie, I believe in you. You got this, and we'll celebrate after it's a success. And I'm gonna use my bolstering magic to give Dottie the benefit of, for 10 minutes, you get to roll a D3 whenever you make an attack roll or ability check, and then you add that to your D20. So
D6 halved.
Oh, okay.
hopefully that.
It's all
I know.
everyone's
I love that. I love that look on someone's face every time you say a D3, and someone's like, "Are you messing with me?"
Sorry, I should specify.
Trying to picture it.
Again, I just see iced tea. Wait, you mean to tell me there are D3s?
D3s. I have
Yeah.
one somewhere.
man, you
actually.
got it,
There
Ice.
are. I do have one somewhere.
They're awkward.
They're very awkward. Yeah.
They're very awkward. It's like throwing a bowling pin. That's a number.
Is there somewhere, like slightly higher up that I could use to, like, I'd like to stealth somewhere where I can see what's happening, but kind of be a little bit removed? Is there like a ledge or anything nearby?
There is an old oak tree that you can climb all the way to the top. Long dead.
Okay.
And yeah, you can make your way all the way up there. And there's like even like, because it's kind of hollowed out now, you can even like crawl in and out. And it's the one tree that Jib did not tear down.
I'd like to go up kind of like midway height in it and stealth. And
Okay.
try and hide stealthily.
Go ahead and give me a stealth check. Dottie, do you want to start doing a performance check, or are you casting some type of magic, or both?
I think. Okay. All right, here's what's gonna happen. So, you say that there's this whole horde of rats, right? But is there like a like one that stands out as like a leader, as one like leading the pack?
Boy. Hold on. Hope LaVelle.
Yeah, because is there a leader of the cranium rats is the weirdest question anyone on this show has asked you. I'm gonna go look for my D3 while you figure this out.
You've tangled with cranium rats before? No, you haven't. Never mind. Yeah, there seems to be like a head swarm.
Head swarm. Okay. Well then, Dottie's just gonna kind of look at that swarm and be like, "Eeny, meeny, miny, mo." And she's gonna pick one, and again, she's gonna try to cast Charm Monster.
And what is the saving throw?
It's a Wisdom 14 save.
So you see them start approaching. They are approaching Barovia proper, the village, about to overcome it. And there are so many more of them than you thought there were. And there's a head swarm, that the most ratty of the rats. You know, the skin is kind of rotting. Their eyes are glowing extra red. Their brains are much more bulbous than the rest of the rats around them. And you cast Charm Monster on them at quite the distance, but I'm going to allow it. And all the rats stop. and the head swarm turns towards you, and you don't see a charmed face. You see angry rat faces all staring at you, and you see as the rats in the distance turn from the village of Barovia, you see all these little red eyes all move to where you are up on the hill. All at once. They're immune to charm.
Oh no!
But they're moving your way now.
So
And you
Dottie,
hear and you feel the vibration now, like you would feel horses stampeding. You feel a vibration in the ground itself. Pest, everyone give me a perception check.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Natural 20.
Hey.
11.
7.
11, some rough numbers, yo. 20, you start seeing the rats digging into the ground itself.
No.
Oh, wow, Gail.
24.
You see them up to the rat nonsense. Some of them are digging through the ground into the hill.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna float over to Dottie and pick her up if she wants. Hey,
Sure.
Dottie, you want to ride out of here?
Yeah.
I'm gonna pick her up and float back to the top of the mausoleum.
Okay. You levitate up with a dandelion in your little tentacle. And you,
Careful not to get the dandelion stuck in one of the suction cups.
Oh.
all right. You have a few turns before the rats are here.
So, friends? Nope. Okay.
Gail, do you still want to try to talk to them?
I did until I saw their eyes flash red and look really, really, really angry at Dottie. And now I'm thinking that tells me everything I need to know. By the way, they're starting to burrow. Some of them are going underground. So just like a fun little detail to add.
So do you think putting them in the hole isn't going to work because they'll just dig themselves out?
I'm starting to think that is,
Okay.
yes, exactly what's going to happen.
Oh boy.
If we can collect them for a good fire explosion or two, we could at least do a little before they... Oh, have we bitten off more than we can chew again?
No, this is fine.
Okay.
We're going to go with the plan. And
All right.
I start to try to herd some rats into the holes, just running around.
Are you starting to run on the outskirts of the cranium rats, trying to herd them?
Yeah.
Give me animal handling. So you see
Hold on.
Mugen just shoot out there.
I would like to
Wait, before
petition
you
that.
go, before you go, can I use my help action to cast Longstrider on Mugen?
Oh.
Well, you don't use your help action. You
Or just-
would
can I
be
just
using a
cast it?
bonus action. But yes, you could.
Okay, good.
What does Longstrider do?
That gives you an extra 10 feet.
Okay. So I go from 30 to 40 feet. I would also like to petition that this is not animal handling. It's actually athletics, because you have to run in such a way around them. Like you have to see how they're moving and like anticipate. I watch a lot of sheepdog videos. So you have to anticipate which way they're moving and cut them off and then like be intimidating, and then they'll move the other way. And you keep doing that until they move into the direction you want. So to me, I feel like that's more athletics.
Is it perchance because you have a higher stat in athletics?
Yes, or intimidation, or both. Maybe I roll two things. That's not.
I'll allow intimidation.
Okay.
I think intimidation
fair.
works because well, they are cranium rats.
Okay, because my animal handling is a -1. So
Yeah.
here we go, everybody. 20.
Oh my god. You start, and we'll be right back, everybody. As Mugen is trying to sheepdog a bunch of cranium rats up a hill into several grave sites. And we'll be right back. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. And our brave adventurers, our familiars, are on top of the hill as a swarm of cranium rats is making their way up through the hill, up the hill, and a trap has been laid. What are you all doing? You've got this immense pit dug now with the help of Jib and Kevin, the animated skeletons. One's taller than the other. I'll let you do, you know who's taller. Yeah. What are you all doing? And you are surveying the scene, Gale. And the wind starts to pick up as the storm gets closer and closer, and your little rat fur is kind of flowing in the distance. And your cape is just flapping on top of the tree, and all your friends can see you, but you're well stealthed. None of your enemies can see you. Oops.
Can they see exactly where the rats are?
You can see them, yeah.
But can everybody else in the group as well?
Pest definitely can. Yeah, yeah. I mean, Mugen, everyone's levitating, they're on top of a building, or they're pest. So
Got it. Okay. I'm going to are they close enough? Because I know you said there's winds blowing.
yeah.
Are they close enough that with the winds blowing, I would be able to catch a whiff of their scent?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Oh.
The wind is coming at you.
Okay. How different do they smell from me?
They smell very different. They smell like rats. You've unfortunately very recently become quite sensitive to the smell of brains, and you can kind of smell that cerebral fluid that's been exposed for a few days kind of smell.
Yum.
Yeah. It's like someone left kombucha out.
Okay.
You're welcome.
I know exactly what you're talking
We
about.
all
and I
just
hate
went,
it.
oh, God.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to run down from the tree where I'm at. And I'm going to, or actually, in terms of the layout between like Mugen is running in towards all of the rats. Is Squiddle behind me, or like is that mausoleum closer to where Mugen is? Like, do I pass by Squiddle heading towards Mugen?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, if you want to.
Okay. I'm gonna make a like beeline really quickly for Squiddle and say,
Do you have any more of the brain boba?
Oh, yeah. And Squiddle's gonna reach into her. She has like this little like cape dress with a pocket, where she keeps her little extra boba brains and blood snacks and throws a few towards Gale.
Gale is going to, as quickly as possible, like their loofahs, just kind of scrub them.
Brain loofahs.
Ooh.
Yeah, scrub them on top of him,
Nice.
Oh my God.
Oh my god.
and is gonna run and make a beeline to follow Mugen, essentially.
So you were just rubbing yourself in human brains.
Mm-hmm.
Like
And
just two
following.
loaves of bread. Just
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And is
Gotcha.
going to follow after Mugen.
give me a stealth check.
Okay.
Deception if it's better.
Definitely stealth.
So gross.
I know. As soon as I thought of that, I was like, I'm gonna hate that I'm suggesting that. That's a 26.
No, that's super clever.
Luke McKay's next comic.
Yeah.
You rush forward and you're nervous about this because the swarm is upon you because you're moving, very quickly forward, and you see Mugen in the distance. And the cranium rats really aren't paying Mugen too much mind. They're just like, we gotta keep away from that death dog. Like no concern of ours.
Casual.
And you have this terrifying moment of the swarm comes upon you, Gale. And they crest around you and leave you alone. And now you're part of the swarm. And you can smell all of them. And you can almost feel electricity moving around each of them. And it's at this exact moment about all of them start to glow with an inner light. It's a sickly green light, and it illuminates in a 20-foot radius all around them as they're going up the hill. It's the sickly green light, and with the ground fog as well on the hill, the whole hill just kind of is now glowing green in mist.
I'd like to use my magic awareness, if possible.
Okay.
I know the location of any spell or magic item within 60 feet, and when I sense a spell, I learn which school of magic it belongs to.
You just know that this is a psionic ability. I'll give you that.
I'm gonna hit Gail with message.
Yeah, you just watched your friend disappear in a swarm of rats.
Terrible.
Yeah. Hey, don't speak, but are you okay? Just I think people can respond with message, right?
Yeah.
Use your thoughts to respond.
I'm just really scared for Mugen because I saw Mugen go running and I know that the plan was the original plan and now we're doing the backup plan and I didn't know what was going to happen and I didn't want to chase after Mugen in case the rats knew that I wasn't one of them. So I rubbed all of your tiny little stinky boba brains on me and now I smell like a tiny little stinky boba brain rat and I think they think I'm one of them and I'm stealthing and I'm really scared. I'm finding it harder to breathe.
You're my hero, Gail. That was the cleverest thing I've ever seen. Be very careful, and I got your back. If you want me to come down there and get you, I will, but what do you think is the best thing we do right now?
I'm gonna look over really quickly. Is Mugen hurting them working? I know you said like they're trying to stay away from.
Yeah, it's kind of working. However, the moment you thought at Riddle, the swarm on the hill stops in its tracks. And all the rats stand up on their hind legs and start sniffing.
I'm gonna do the same. I'm gonna stand up on my hind legs and start sniffing.
Mugen does the same thing.
Every time they snort, the glow pulses. That's. Would you like a stealth check or a deception check?
I would like a stealth check, please.
Okay.
Please be good.
It's that suspenseful D&D Beyond roll.
Oh.
Okay. So can I use my boon of luck?
Yes.
'Cause
I would
rolled-
advise you do so.
I rolled an 11, so I'm gonna do that.
What does that do?
Let's see. I get to add a D10 to this roll,
16.
so let's keep our fingers crossed.
Need a 5.
That adds an 8, which means it's a 19.
Wow. Yeah, they're sniffing and they don't detect you.
Oh.
And then you hear their voices in your head. That's. And they all sit back down and stop sniffing. But one cranium rat will go over to another cranium rat and just kind of like look and meet eyes with it, and both their eyes will glow red. And then one will run over to another. They're checking each other.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
Can I try to continue to herd them by activating my frightful presence?
You can try, yes.
Okay. So I activate it, but like it's let's see. Each creature of your choice that's within 120 feet of you must make a wisdom saving throw against a DC equal to 8 plus 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Or becomes frightened of me for 1 minute.
Okay.
So each creature It doesn't say there's no limit. So all of them within 120 feet of me. Let's go. Roll for the rets.
I want to
They are immune to fear.
Oh,
Oh goodness.
Okay, so I'm
we
just
could have worked together. If-
Gail, I need one of them comes over to you. That's, and eyes glow red. I need a wisdom saving throw.
No.
This was such a good idea at the time, I thought.
Yes, it was. You did so good.
Thank you. Oh no. 21.
Oh.
The light from its own eyes just kind of shines in the back of your dark vision eyes. And it thinks it sees a similar red glow. And it just kind of like paws at your face. That's, and moves on to the next one.
Oh, dear God.
This is
I-
intense.
Have any of them started moving again? Or are
They've
they all
started, everyone stops, turns back to the hill, and starts moving up the hill.
How far away are they from the hole?
They're about to crest over the hill.
Whereas and Gale is still kind of like centered.
Yeah.
Okay. Where's everyone
I'm-
else?
I think. Well, Pest is just up waiting for them to hit the holes, because that's all I got.
Dottie's with you, I think, because you picked.
On top of the mausoleum.
Okay.
Well-
Does that put us? Do we have like a feet range of how they're enclosing in?
Yeah, they just come over the lip of the hill, so this massive interconnected grave hole that you've created that is just like a weird maze. Like you've created your own dungeon. With a tree in it. They're about 20 feet away from that.
And does it look like they're going straight for the hole?
They're looking around. I need a stealth check from everybody.
That's.
Except for Gale.
Thank you.
Oh, are you kidding?
I didn't think Em could handle another one.
I got a natural 1, but I'm lucky.
Yay!
I got a 3 and I'm unlucky.
Not.
Well, but also I don't think I would have been insulting because I've been running around.
Yeah,
barking
you've been
this whole
running
time.
around.
Yeah, I'm fine. Yeah, it's fine.
I got 19.
Unfortunately,
just has the zoomies
the
right now.
lowest person on the stealth roll is the one they're gravitating towards. And they all start clambering up the mausoleum towards Squiddle.
I'm gonna I'm leaving Dottie on top of the mausoleum and floating away. Oh, wait. I don't want them to attack me holding Dottie.
No, I think
Do you want me to take you? I'm gonna float back to the mausoleum.
I can take care of myself. You just go.
I didn't want to put you in danger. Come on.
Oh my god. No, Dottie. Dottie's gonna pull out her flute. Time to listen up, my friends. It's time for you to meet your end.
Yes.
If you could just go and hide, I promise you won't die. Into the hole, into the hole.
Yes.
And I'm casting confusion.
What type of spell is confusion?
So it's a wisdom 14 save.
It's not technically being charmed.
That is, yeah.
And
Yeah.
charm,
Okay.
right?
Good.
So it's a wisdom saving throw?
Yeah, each creature. So I'm targeting like it's a 20-foot diameter.
Ugh.
So I don't know how many I can get, but
Oh.
if they fail, I'm gonna roll on a d10, and that's gonna tell us what happens.
Okay, go and roll your 1d10. They failed.
Oh my god, they failed. Okay, roll.
I do need a wisdom check from Gale.
Oh,
Wait, so am I doing a wisdom saving throw again?
Oh yeah, you are.
Oh gosh.
What's your DC there, Dottie?
Oh, sorry, 14.
14.
Oh,
Oh.
I rolled a 5.
Oh no! Wait! We're not in initiative, are we?
I mean, we kind of, but no, not yet.
Can I silvery barbs that?
Who are you silvery barbing?
Oh, wait, hang on. Never mind. Wait, yeah, no? Yeah.
Are you going to just yell at Gale?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Chosen creature has
Does-
advantage. No. I thought you could. Oh,
You
have to
can
roll-
add a
okay.
D10, like if you're a College of Eloquence,
Yeah.
there's like something where you can grant bardic inspiration and give them an extra D10.
Yeah, but it
That's-
has to be before they.
Yeah.
So, okay, never mind. Sorry.
So I need you to roll 1d10
Okay.
for the rats, and Gale, you roll 1d10 and tell Hope what that means for you.
All right, so I got an 8, which means the creatures use its action to make a melee attack against randomly determined creatures within its reach.
Oh my god.
oh my god.
Gale rolled a 2.
I rolled a 2.
Oh no, okay. The creature doesn't move or take actions this turn.
I just stopped dead in my tracks. Just a little gale.
Funny that you
stab
said
through.
it that way.
Oh.
All right, so we've got 30 rats. Give me a minute.
Fine, it's fine.
So it's 15 versus 15. Let me do some quick math on my brain.
God, I love being a
The
dungeon
rats
master
start
sometimes.
eating each other.
That's so good. Yes.
Just they immediately just turn like that's not my thoughts, and they just half of them just jump the other half, and they just start tearing into each other. And there's this like rat flesh and brains just spewing in this blender of attacks. Gale, you can't move or take any action. 3 of them attack you. What's your armor class?
It's like fine.
14.
I didn't see what I rolled. Oh, that was a 24 to hit. Yeah. 14 points of damage.
Oh god.
Wait, what kind of damage? Oh no.
Piercing.
Yeah.
There's a 22 hit.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
15 points of damage as they start tearing and slashing, and you are just paralyzed as they're biting into you. Final attack. Does a 16 hit you?
Yeah.
No.
You take 7 points of damage. And all of this feels like it's happening in slow motion as you are covered in cranium rats, and they are randomly biting into you and biting into themselves. And what was once already a horrific experience of all these rats with a unified intelligence, that intelligence has now been severed and is now attacking each other.
Can
Good time to
I?
roll initiative, everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you down, Gale?
I am not.
No, Gil's
Whoa.
strong
Yeah.
boy,
Yeah,
Wow.
I'm hanging in there today.
Oh, these initiatives are garbage.
I rolled a 4. So did Squid.
Same.
That's what you got last time.
Got a 7.
Yep.
I have a new ability, or I have advantage on initiative rolls.
Ooh.
Great news.
Let's see.
That's interesting. I don't remember it automatically populating it. So, wow, 23.
Hey.
Boy.
I'm not even gonna roll again because I feel like that's just
Yeah.
I'm not gonna beat 23. So
The rats roll and 17, 20.
That's a 5 for Dottie.
We're doing
Oh, Dottie.
great.
Yeah, we're
You're doing great.
killing it.
Don't let me forget you because I don't have your character in this thing, but you are before. If we've gone after Pest, is you. So, Gale, as you are being torn to pieces amongst this giant swarm of rats in this glowing green fog, what do you do?
ooh, okay. Oh, gosh. Okay. Am I just like surrounded by a sea of them?
Oh yeah,
Like there's no way I
it
can.
is chaos.
Okay, there's no way I can get out of here without.
You can make. I mean, you're fighting your way out. Like
Okay.
you are in a sea of rats.
That is what I would like to do then. I'm going to start fighting, but I'd like to angle it in a way that, like, if I were to take somebody down, I'm moving in a direction that's, like, the least densely packed, if that makes sense.
I mean, there's down.
Let's start with raging.
Okay.
Let's get a good baseline going, all right? Let's build a nice solid base. And
Yeah.
I'm going to use my wild surge.
Okay. What does your wild surge do?
That it depends on what I roll, and it is still rolling because for some reason my dice roll in slow motion. Ooh, okay. I rolled a 1, so shadowy tendrils lash around you. Each creature of your choice that you can see within 30 feet of you must succeed on a con save throw or take 1d12 of necrotic damage.
Wow.
You also gain 1d12 temporary hit points.
Yes.
Good
Thank
one.
you, Wild Surge.
Yes.
Wow.
What does this look like?
I would like to think that Gale was frozen in like an upright position, and when he was finally able to move again, he kind of puts his front paws down and closes his eyes, and you just see this like darkness like unfurl itself, almost like coming out from underneath his paws, moving in every direction, and just like tendrils wrapping up within, I think it was what, 30-foot radius?
Yes.
Yeah,
So
30
big.
feet around him.
All right. So, how much damage did you roll?
So, that is an excellent question. Did they do their con save?
Yes. They failed both.
They failed. Yay! Okay. Oh.
Wait. One was a 16. 15. Was that enough?
Ooh, good question. Yes.
Okay. What happens on the save?
So we have must succeed on a con save throw or take 1d12 necrotic damage,
Okay. So you roll damage for. Okay.
which is a 7.
Okay. So half of them take 7 points of necrotic damage. When they explode, what does it look like? How
Okay.
do these rats die within a 30-foot radius of you?
Okay. I'm trying to figure out how intense I can be with this. I assume the rats have all been like biting and their mouths have been opening and they're like nipping at each other and doing their little rat screams and stuff. And the tendrils actually flow into their mouths. And they're kind of like wispy and shadowy and stuff. So the ones that don't all poof, they kind of are able to expel it, and the ones that do, it goes inside and bursts out of them from inside of them.
All of you start seeing the swarm of cranium rats start to explode one after the other. They're already tearing into each other because of the spell confusion being cast. And now you see these black tendrils. You don't know what horrible evil is in the center of this swarm, but tendrils are flying out, going into their mouths and causing half these rats to explode.
We've got to get Gale out of there.
So that was me starting my rage. For my next trick, I'd like to attack.
Oh, that's right. You have other actions.
I do. That was just me entering rage. So.
Okay,
Yay.
perfect.
Yay. I am going to. So I have 2 melee weapons, and I'm going to do my little 2-weapon fighting, and I'm going to try and mess some stuff up here. So I'm going to do a rapier attack to whichever one that didn't get exploded is closest to me.
Okay.
Fingers crossed.
this will be the one that was closest to you sniffing.
Ooh, okay.
Ooh, that's a 13 to hit.
All right, you do 13 points of damage, stabbing this cranium rat.
Oh,
Wait, what am I? 13 to hit.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I got very excited for a second, but
Yeah, it hits.
oh. Oh, okay. So I'm rolling for damage, and that is okay. 8 plus I'm raging, so that's a +2, and then I have the duelist, so that's another +2. So that's 12 points of damage.
Perfect. All right.
So that's my first attack.
Gotcha.
And now I'm just gonna do my second attack.
Okay.
Is that rat looking kind of?
Oh yeah, that one's dead.
Oh, that one's dead. Okay,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
moving on. I'm moving on to the next one then. Gale is continuing the rampage.
Ooh, that was an 8. to
That's a
hit.
miss.
Yeah, I figured.
So I do want you to know, you killed like 15 rats or 20.
Yeah.
So you got that much health back, right? You got health, half the damage you dealt.
I think.
Am I wrong?
Let me click on it again to be sure because I've never rolled on that before. You also gain 1d12 temporary hit points.
Okay.
just
So go and roll
1d12.
that for your temps.
Yeah, that was a 10 I rolled.
They are definitely going to attack you.
No.
Okay, cool.
They swarm on top of you immediately.
I'm sorry, our initiative is so terrible.
Does a 10 hit?
No.
No. And probably not a 7. They're
Nope.
just so scared of all the black tendrils coming out of your back as you are like also now wielding a sword and stabbing some of them because apparently like close fighting is enjoyable for you, even though you can attack everything within 30 feet. And they miss. The cranium rats see you as the threat, and they've begun to circle and swarm in a circle around you.
Oof.
Colonel Pest. It is a mess out there.
It
There is
is.
green fog. There are cranium rats eating each other. There is some kind of black tendril monstrosity. You just see these tendrils erupt out of the fog, grab a rat, and it explodes. Lots are going on in the fog. What do you do?
Yeah, such a good question. All right, so the tendrils are very upsetting, but they do seem to be killing the correct creatures. So I'm gonna do that awful thing that I occasionally do and summon my flaming sphere out of my mouth, and send it to sort of around like the opposite side of the swarm from where Mugen is, and just use this because I can use my bonus action to like move this 5-foot diameter
Right.
sphere around. So I'm just using it to sort of herd and like run up and down the labyrinth of holes and just like running over whatever rats I can along the edges of the
Do they
swarm.
need to make a dexterity saving throw?
They do, yeah.
What is that saving throw?
16.
That's a failure.
All right. Well, the ones that get smacked are going to take 8 fire damage as it rolls past them or rolls over them.
Yeah, you start burning rats.
Yeah.
Mugen.
Impertinent.
Oh,
Correct.
You're like, no, bad DM.
Not again.
Can Dottie see a Gale at all?
You don't have eyes on. Yeah, they've moved away. Like there's like even the fog itself has moved a little bit away from Gale, and you see Gale just like losing it, just rage, tendrils coming out of Gale, just murdering rats after rats, and Gale is still like stabbing rats with a rapier at the same time.
A rat? A rat? A rat? All right.
Come on, Dottie, get it together. And she's gonna start doing this little jaunty dance, and she's, as a bonus action, casting kinetic jaunt. So she's going to leap off of this. I'm assuming I'm on a building or something. I
Yeah,
forgot.
you're on Mausoleum.
Oh yes. Okay. Jump off in as far as she can to kind of get to Gale.
Give me an athletics, or wait, is this the spell allows you to?
Sorry, no, the spell just gives me extra movement, and I don't provoke opportunity attacks, and I can move through spaces of other creatures. Nothing is difficult terrain. So
this dandelion just shoots off a mausoleum into a swarm of rats, and all the rats, too slippery for the rats to grab. This dandelion is just speed running right through it.
So my question is, can I get to Gale?
You can get to Gale.
Okay.
Gale, you're suddenly out of all the rats, a dandelion appears. And you might still be in your blood fury. You don't know. However, I will have to say, Dottie, you are covered in rat blood and brains as you are moving through it. It's not difficult terrain, but it's difficult to walk through.
Come on, Dottie. They're not the bad guys. They're not the bad guys. They're not the bad guys.
So it's a dandelion covered in brains and blood. Totally okay.
And Dottie's just gonna reach out to this raging rat and just tap, just really quickly. It's okay. It's okay. And I'm gonna cast a Cure Wounds at 3rd level for.
Oh.
So take 16 points of health back.
Oh, thank God I'm not the only one who can heal anymore.
And Dottie almost looks like a rose.
Aww.
Gross.
Because I was like, because covered in red blood.
I tried so hard, but the more I thought about it, the more detailed that rose became in my head.
It's disgusting. Yeah, that's disgusting. Squiddle. What are you doing?
So Jib is still up and about, right?
Jib, help us.
Hey, Jib, go get Gale.
Okay.
But very carefully. Don't hurt Gale. You're stronger than you think.
And Gale, this is like a frost giant skeleton to you. This is deeply upsetting. Do you have another action you would like to take instead of telling other than just telling Jib to go get Gale?
Yeah. I'm gonna do Agonazar's Scorcher, but using Sculpt Spell, so it doesn't hurt any of my friends.
So just kind of Trons out of the way for a second. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. What's the DC on that?
It's a Dex 13.
Oh, 17.
Really? Oh.
Well, is it half damage?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Roll your damage.
It's gonna be half of 27.
Don't make me do math. I never learned to math.
What is that? 13, 14?
13, yeah.
Yeah, this all of a sudden this is all happening in slow motion. Rats just murdering each other, tearing into their flesh. Tendrils are flying around. Dottie, that looks like a rose covered in blood and brains, reaches out with the petal and heals Gale, and then just boom, like a dragon, just breathed flame onto the side of the hill. It just moves right towards, like burning through rat after rat after rat. You see their little skeletons in the chimney stone red and Halloween orange glow of the flames. Their skeletons dropping in the fire, and the fire comes right at you and then takes a left turn, goes straight, and then takes a right turn and burns through more rats.
Poor Gale.
Really good. On our scale, this is some end game nonsense. This is epic on our size scale.
Yeah.
So now the fog has burned away, and there is ash and smoke in the air. It's almost falling like snow, and lightning and thunder continue to crackle overhead. And Gale, it is your turn.
Oh, you skipped me.
Oh, I skipped to Mugen.
Yeah, it's okay. I thought I was after Meagan because we both had
Mugen?
4. Yeah.
What you doing?
Well, hold on. Are all the rats gone? Is it just we're good?
Oh no, there's rats.
Oh, okay.
I mean, hey, you missed me on combat, but because combat done.
Yeah, I was like, is it done? We're good.
Oh, I forgot it was my initiative.
Could I?
I feel like we're fine. Just stop, right? So all my attacks, I can really only attack like one or two things.
Yeah.
And there's how much is left? How many rats are left? Like,
There's a lot. There's a few.
like what's a lot? Like 4 or like 700? Like what?
I can't. There's still enough to be swarming, but they're still biting into each other as well. So there's plenty of rats to be had.
They're kind of taking care of themselves. But first I'm gonna run over to. Well, hold on. Did Jib already pick up Gale, or is Jib just standing around Gale?
Jib has just walked up to Gale.
And he's just standing there. Okay.
Did he not pick up Gale?
Oh, was he supposed to?
Yeah, that was what I asked him to do.
Okay, Jib picks you up. Do you consent to Jib the animated skeleton picking you up?
I think Gale would still be trying to attack other rats and wouldn't notice. So like he wouldn't do anything to stop it, but he's still going like, and it takes
Stab.
this, and that, and like, rah, and maybe he like dips a paw in blood and is like, rah, while he's being picked up.
Ginormous skeleton hand with Gale rising above all of it, eyes glowing with rage, and black tendrils spiking out of them is just raised up into the air.
What's great about this is that Dottie's right there, and she's just like,
Still there. I hear the screams of Dottie, and I would like to dash towards I guess whatever clump of rats is closest to Dottie.
Okay.
I'm gonna use my charger feat to dash, then multi-attack. So this gives me the ability to push anything that I actually hit. So if there's a clump, maybe I attack it and I push it a little. We'll see.
Okay.
So I will roll this guy twice, and that's 23 to hit.
That hits.
That as an 8 to hit. So I think
That
only
misses.
one hits, and then I'll do 1 damage, and that's 5 poison damage from my bite to a clump of rats, and I also push them 10 feet forward away.
You erupt through the remaining rats as they're still eating each other. How do you kill the rest of the rats as you charge through them? Is it like, I don't know, like Gondor 2 Towers style, like down the bridge?
As I charge through, on either side of me, both of my heads are grabbing the skulls and like twisting them off and just doing that all the way down, and then my feet are also stomping down and either in front of me. It's pretty horrific. And I'm charging.
You're like leaving train tracks of dead cranium rats behind you.
Yeah, and then I finally make it up to Dottie. I pushed a bunch out of the way and a bunch of corpses, and I'm like, Dottie, are you okay? And I'm all red also. We match.
I'm emotionally scarred, but all right.
Okay, you want to ride?
Sure.
Okay. I lean down.
You are out of combat. All the cranium rats are dead. And Gale is standing triumphant. And Jib, the animated skeleton's hands above the sea of death.
I think Squiddle's gonna write in blood because there's plenty around us. A 10 on one of the gravestones and hold it up for Gale.
I think Gale sees that and just kind of like, I think he was standing on his hind legs, still trying to be like,
Let me at him. Let me at him.
and as soon as he sees that, I think he kind of like plops down and like lets out the biggest exhale ever in the skeleton hand and just kind of lets out a very small, very unintentional sob of like relief and post-fight adrenaline.
Okay, Jib, you can put Gale down now, very gently.
Drops.
No, gently, I said.
Just drops Gale.
Can I levitate over very quickly?
Hey, give me an acrobatics check.
Oh. 16.
Oh, you grab her.
Nice.
Good.
It's a little slippery.
Oh.
Hi.
Oh
Hi.
no, that's just Squiddle.
Oh.
I'm gonna put you down now.
Okay.
Are you okay?
I killed so many rats.
They weren't rats anymore.
It's true. I trot over and I've got a bloody Dottie on my back, and I'm also like dripping with blood.
Gil, we did it.
Are you okay, Moogie?
Yeah, I think we're all okay. Wait, where's Pest?
Just like tumbling off the roof of whatever little tombstone I was on, just, that was incredible. Never has the squad performed so admirably. Congratulations, all. We should do it again. We're not half bad at this, eh?
Thanks, Colonel Pest. I'm pretty proud of us all. But a gang, motley crew, familiars, you know, did pretty good.
We saved the villagers, I think.
Dottie, are you okay?
You know what? I've just accepted my fate, and I'm here for it. This has been great, you guys.
That's good, because we got a bunch of clones of Whittle roaming the streets of Barovia.
All right.
Probably eating the residents of Barovia.
We don't even have a chance to breathe after this. We gotta go and stop them, don't we?
Yeah. How's everyone feeling health-wise? We good?
No.
Oh.
No.
Can I?
I mean,
I can
mausoleum
help,
looks pretty
yes.
cozy. Maybe we can take a
Jib's
little
jaw
nap
falls
there.
off.
Yes.
How long does the Jib stay around?
Concentration 1 hour.
I think I don't want to speak for Dottie, but I think perhaps we can do some patching up and some stopgap measures. I don't know that we really have time to wait too long if we intend on defending Barovia from the Whittle clones, but
Yes, don't you have an ability with your spores when there's recent dead?
Probably. Oh no. Yes, sort of. So I guess so I can how many of these can I do? All right, apparently I have a pack of rats now. Yeah. So as the cranium rats were dying, now this because they're cranium rats, are they still beasts or are they now something else?
It doesn't say they have to be beasts.
Fungal
They are beasts, though.
infestation?
Oh, do they have to be humanoid?
They have to be humanoid or beast. So if they're still beast,
yeah,
then
they
I'm
are
good.
technically swarm of cranium rats are technically a beast.
Okay,
not
so
an
then-
aberration.
Yeah, so then as some of the ones that weren't exploded from the inside out by Gale's tentacles, this sort of, I guess we've done the scary green. So this is sort of like a brown and yellow fungus, like begins to grow over the scorched away and torn parts just to sort of hold them together. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them will sort of shamble over to the group quietly. They all look like garbage. They have 1 hit point each.
Ooh. Hi, friends.
So what's up with that?
Well, I am getting better, the more the hang of this magic thing, and well, it just seemed that there were so many of them, and only 5 of us, 6 of us. I thought we could use a bit of sorry, Jib and Kevin. What are we at? 8? Well, now we're
8.
13, which feels like the right number around here. That
Cool.
said, they're only with us for about 10 minutes, so if we have something they can do for us now, we should do that quickly. Hi, little friends. I don't suppose you all have any sort of memories left inside of you. Hello? Waving spines. I don't know why. No. All right. Oh, what, sorry?
One of their brains rolls out.
Oh.
Ooh, Squiddle is gonna run over and get it.
Yeah, they're basically
Snacks.
sentient little, snack bowls for you now, so that's great. If nothing else, we'll bring them
It's
along
like
for that.
it's like taking the nut out of an avocado.
Yeah. Great.
Yeah, I think Squiddle just like, if there's any rats walking around with exposed brains, just kind of uses one of her tendrils to like twist out the brain.
Perfect.
Yes.
What is
Brain
everyone
twisties.
planning?
I grabbed some of my favorite bones from the pile that I had accumulated from digging, and I put them in my little knapsack, including my rope that's still in there. I don't know what. Hey, I guess we should just head into town.
If anyone could be so kind as
Oh
to
yes,
do,
of course.
like a little heal.
So
maybe.
sorry. Yes, right at on the double.
Thank you.
Let's do one of these.
Right, and let's clean you up a bit too. A prestidigitation. Get rid of that smell.
Oh yes, good. At 17 for you, Gail.
Thank you.
I just shake really hard, and all the blood just goes everywhere else.
Just blood everywhere.
Dottie, I got caught in the crossfire. Would you mind?
And you get a prestidigitation.
Thank you,
And you get a prestidigitation.
The good news is we're also small. It can't take more than one casting apiece.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
I think as soon as everybody is healed up, Squiddle is going to command this Jib skeleton to kind of lead the pack going into town.
I mean, they could walk inside his rib cage and get a little bonus to their speed.
Everyone crawl in the rib cage.
Yeah.
Let's get up in the rib cage.
All of these rats, these undead rats, just kind of swarm up into the chest cavity of Jib. As Jib starts making his way down to Barovia with the very, very posh Kevin.
Oh yes.
Who now has a cane. Don't know where he got the cane.
Long strider on both of
Probably
them.
someone's femur, and he's making his way down as well towards Barovia.
Yes, I think I'm sat on the head of the bone cane. I think Kevin is now my conveyance.
So are we all getting inside of the skeletons?
I'll ride with my broom. I think.
I'll stay with
Well-
Mugen.
Cool.
Who
You
is
wanna do
riding in a
Dottie?
skeleton?
Dottie's just all in.
Yeah.
Are you in like one of the eye sockets of one of the skeletons?
Oh,
Is
yeah.
this little dandelion?
Do you know, Dottie, I accidentally animated a corpse that had a dandelion in the eye just like that.
No.
Squiddle, how are you riding
That's the
inside a
correct
skeleton?
response.
Yeah. Is it Jib's eye socket that you're in, or Kevin? Dottie?
What? Sorry, what?
Are you in the larger one's eye socket or the smaller one?
The larger.
I'm gonna also go into the larger one's eye socket, the other eye socket.
So there's just like an octopus, you squeeze into the eye socket of
Mhm.
Jib with just your tendrils flailing out, and a dandelion in the other. A left eye for the skeleton is a dandelion, and the right eye is just tentacles. And they make their way down to Barovia as a blood-soaked barbarian rat named Gale flies on a broom with a death dog, and a pest, very, very hoity-toity, on top of a bone cane,
That's
also
nice.
makes his way down to Barovia. And that is where we will leave it. Thank you everyone for watching. This was the weirdest show ever.
Luke is gonna be very busy.
So I was gonna say there were a lot of really strong visuals this week.
Yeah.
We rarely don't have a strong visual, but
That's true.
we had a lot of strong
Good point.
visuals this time.
That's fair.
Thank you to all wonderful players. We've got special guest Hope LaVelle playing Dottie. We'll go around the room. Tell everybody what you got going on. And we're live, so whatever's happening is happening.
Yeah, that's nice.
We'll do it live. All right, who's first? What was that?
That's you.
Oh, okay.
You
Great.
know,
we'll do it
Penelope.
live.
Hope LaVelle.
Yeah. Good times. Hi, I'm Hope LaVelle. You can follow me on Twitter at the Hope LaVelle. You can watch me on Children of Erte with Deborah and Wool, DMing, a great little show. I play an 80-year-old woman who is super wise and super fun. And that's every Tuesday from 6 to 8 p.m. PST on the Demi-Plane Twitch channel.
Perfect. Michelle.
Hello, I'm Michelle Nguyen Bradley. You can find me on the internet at I am Chubby Bunny. I'm also a voice actor. I do other shows. Currently, you can watch me on Tuesdays at I want to say 5 p.m. On Renegade's Twitch channel. We are doing a G.I. Joe actual play over there. And I get to play a hacker named Vale, and I have a robot named Bingo, and it's very good. And that's what I'm doing right now.
And M.
Hi, I'm Emme Montgomery. I'm a full-time streamer, voice actor, and obviously TTRPG player. You can catch me on Thursdays at twitch.tv/FableScraps on a Star Trek Adventures show. I play a Trill Lieutenant Commander. She's a lot of fun. And you can also catch me in the upcoming recently announced Legends of the Multiverse. I'm going to be popping up in that at some point. So I'm very excited.
Meagan.
Hello, everybody. I am Meagan Kenreck, and you can find me on Twitter as Meagan Kenreck. And starting this Wednesday at 6 p.m. Pacific, Legends of the Multiverse will start.
It's 5 p.m.
Confirmed. Did I get it wrong?
5 p.m.
5
I
p.m.
hope.
But I got the date right.
You got the date right.
The core cast will be B Dave, Deborah Ann Walt, very popular person, Gina Darling, Todd, myself, and many special guests, including our very own M, as well as Brennan Lee Mulligan. So be sure to check it out.
Yeah, our guest stars are Brennan Lee Mulligan for the very first episode, and a couple episodes after that, DMing. We have rotating dungeon masters, and then we've got Abria for 2 of those, maybe 4 of those. It's a lot. Lots going on.
Mm-hmm.
Eugenio.
Hi, everybody. I'm Eugenio Vargas. You can find me online at DM Jazzy Hands. I got a couple streams on my channel this week. Rivals of Waterdeep is still on hiatus. We are coming back for season 13 at the end of May, so keep an eye out for that. Schedule's a little up in the air this week. Got some like waiting for the shoe to drop, but keep an eye on the Twitters, and that'll let you know where I am. Yeah.
All right, thank you everyone for watching. We have I'm sure we're going to have an interesting conclusion to season 1 of a Familiar Quest next week. So have a great night. Goodbye.
Bye,
Bye, everyone.